And now back to our story. A violent service delivery protest is happening in Mohlakeng on the West Rand. Protesters have blocked the R28 and other local roads while also torching several vehicles and a police station. We now cross live to our reporter Sipa Gema for the latest update on that story. Sipa, I hope you can hear us now. We had a bit of a technical glitch earlier. What can you tell us now on the ground?
Thank you, Tabo. Well, what happened is, as you've reported, that the police station was burnt down, but there wasn't much damage to it. It was not burnt down. However, a petrol bomb was thrown inside the client servicing area, which then burnt just a few desks and a couple of papers and filing rooms. And we struggled to get inside because actually all the entrances coming into Mohlakeng were closed off using the large water pipes, the underground pipes, and burning tires. And there's been a lot of retaliation from the community to the police. I know one of the policemen are actually injured right now. As you can see behind me, there's Caspers and Inyalas because the police cannot use police vans or smaller vehicles as the roads are closed off and we struggle to get inside. But as the story continues to unfold, we will let you know. But however, I do have the captain here, Captain Ernst here with me, who's going to give us an update on what's been happening and regarding the police station and what led to the petrol bombing. Captain Ernst, can you tell us about the damage that has occurred inside the police station?
Yes, approximately 9 o'clock this morning, the police station was attacked. It is alleged that a group of approximately 1,000 people came into the police station. They ran some of our palisades down, and then they came in, they bombed the CSC, and then some of our documents inside was damaged, and there's slight burns, but all the windows, the whole building, windows are damaged, the curtains are not there anymore. So yes, we had quite a lot of damage, as well as some of our vehicles were damaged, and public vehicles that were stationed here at the police station, our police officers' private vehicles, were also damaged during this.
And now, have there been any arrests with the community members here at the protest?
After the protest here, the people went to other places like the ShopRite just around the corner, and they looted. So there were 5 arrests made just now regarding that.
Okay, thank you so much, and we'll keep updating you from here in Mohlakeng on what's happening here at the protest.
Now, before we let you go, Sip, we're quite very interested and very keen to understanding, the engagements between the relevant officials and the residents in that area, as we do know that the reason behind these protests is based on service delivery, with the protesters citing issues such as the high cost of electricity in that area. Perhaps just talk us through, has there been any engagements with the relevant now officials together with those residents in the area, perhaps in terms of trying to find a solution to this entire matter?
Well, Matapelo, we had a conversation with Mr. George Mulale, who is one of the leaders of the protest here today. Mr. Mulale says they took to the streets because they felt this was actually was the last thing they could do, as they've had so many meetings and trying to communicate with the councillor, especially with the mayor of Rand West Mzi Khumalo, to know, there was no solution given to the issue. But besides the service delivery, one of the main concerns was the maladministration of the municipality, where they felt the mayor from the Rand West was employing people because of threats. He was threatened over his life and his family's life, and that's when he decided to employ people from Burgersdal and not people from Randfontein. And also another matter that they raised was the hostels that they live in. They live in inhumane conditions, and the water pipes are leaking, and that leads to them having to pay for the water rates. As you know, that the community majority of them are not, it's a poor community, so they can't afford such rates where water leaks 24/7.
And lastly, Sipa, before we let you go, we do know that protests of this nature seem to sort of spread out into other areas. Do we know if residents plan on taking this elsewhere?
No. Well, when we spoke to Mr. Malale said that the issues of Mohlakeng were to remain in Mohlakeng because majority of the issues that they raised were issues that had to do with this township and not any other surrounding areas. But even though that the main problem was with the mayor of Rand West, so they're hoping that this protest would actually bring awareness to Mohlakeng's issues and also their plights.
Thank you so much for those details. We will definitely come back to you again for the latest details should those protest action intensify in that area. That was AfriWorldView reporter Sipa Gema joining us live from the West Rand and packing more details on the violent service delivery protest which have broken out in that area this afternoon.